Hello everybody, my name is Patrick. I'm a drone engineer from ARK Electronics in Salt Lake City, Utah, and today I'm going to talk about the DTC radio integration with our Jetson PAB Carrier. So let us begin. So, as I mentioned, we are going to talk about the DTC Blue SDR radio integration guide for the ARK Jetson PAB Carrier. The idea is that you will have two DTC radios. I have one on the drone here at the bottom. I also have one for my ground PC, and we'll establish a DTC mesh network, and in this mesh network we will use ROS, PX4, Mavlink, or the ARK Electronics software package, whatever you want, using the Jetson PAB Carrier. Once we are ready, we can hop on to the hardware setup. So as I mentioned, you need two radios. Depending on your application, you should go ahead to the DTC website and then choose the two radios that fits you or your application. And the important thing here that you have to power up the radio. It's more of a concern for the air radio or the drone side. You can either use the ARK 12S Payload power module, or you can also use a battery that they provided. And then, as you can see in the illustration, you will connect it connect the radio to the Jetson via the Ethernet and the adapter, and then you will also use the Payload power module to power up the radio. And as you can see, the black thing, that's for thermal consideration, so depending on your application you might need to think about it, that they provide it if you need it. And then you can see the ground PC side, how you set up the radio. You just use the LAN port, the Ethernet port, and then you should go ahead and check out their webpage for more information and then pick your radio. So for the software setup, you need to use Windows, and you have to set a static IP for the same subnet that you want to use for your radios. So as I said, Windows computer, you download their Node Finder app, and then you have to set up the IPs that you want to use. And as I said, you have to set the static IP for your PC, and then use the same subnet, and then you put the IP, subnet mask, getaway, whatever you want. And then once that's done, you can navigate to the IP address that you pre-selected. Here you can see all the required information of the radio, and you can set a couple of settings. I think the most important thing is that you figure out what kind of settings you need for your application, and then set those. And the password, as I'm showing here, is the Eastwood for this interface. But yeah, so once you are there, you go to the presets and the mesh settings. This is the most important. You have to have the same mesh ID for your mesh network, but different node IDs for different radios. So once you set that, you have to change the radio. So now I'm on the Jetson radio. I just plug that into the Ethernet port, setting a different IP from the same subnet, and then you can navigate to the same interface. And here you just go to the same presets, mesh settings. As you can see, I'm using the same mesh ID but a different node ID. So once that's done, you can unplug it, plug it back to your Jetson, and power up both the radios. And if everything goes according to the plans, then the mesh network will be established, and you can go ahead and do your application. So once you're moving to Linux, you just have to set the same static IP addresses for both your PC and also the Jetson. For the Jetson, you are going to use the micro USB connection and then SSH to it using the jetson.local, and then you use the commands provided. Once that's done, you can navigate to the IP addresses, and then here you will see the connection being established if everything goes according to the plans, and you log in using the password provided. Once that's done, you can go ahead and then break the connection from the micro USB, and then you can SSH after restarting your Jetson. You can SSH to your Jetson using the jetson.local. So once you have both of your radios set up and you're ready to go ahead and fly, you can go to the jetson.local, and here at the services we will check out first the camera server, just to show you that it's not only connecting the drone but some other cool stuff as well. So then you can go ahead and then open QGC. We will connect the drone here as well using the IP address. You can either use the IP address from the drone, or you can just use the jetson.local, and then it should resolve it. It's like find the right IP address. So if you see here, I will put the jetson.local, and then it will give me the same IP that we set previously. Yes, and then once that's done, you can go ahead and then connect to your drone. It should show you that it's ready to fly if everything is good. Yeah, and then as I mentioned, the camera server. So if you have a camera on your drone, this is a cool application that we provide. Just go ahead and then put the RTSP link, but here you have to replace the address to your drone's radio address. You can either use the jetson.local thing from previously or the IP from this table. So regardless, you put that in, and then as you were able to see before, but I'm going to show it to you again, the camera server is going to be up and running. Yeah, and then this is time to take the drone out and fly it a little in the park. So you can see we're flying it in the park for a little bit, just a quick hop. The camera is working, we are saying hi. So this was the DTC radio integration guide for the ARK Jetson PAB Carrier. If you like it, please go ahead and get the radios and implement it and use it with our Jetson. If you have any questions, please let us know. We have also some other radio integration guides and also ROS2 tutorials on our YouTube, so please go ahead and use those materials if you need it. And if there is anything that we can help you with regarding our hardware, please let us know, and check out also our social media and also our web shop if you are working on any cool drone projects. See you in the next video. Goodbye!